Everything's coming up baking. I love to bake and cook for my family. Yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? What's happening? Hello, how y'all doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my channel. And you know what Miss Janita do over here. I share my little grocery hauls, my restocking hauls, pantry cleanup, decluttering, reorganizing, rotating, all the good stuff. And also what news I gather from content, social media, and all that stuff, and come over here and I share with y'all. And what did I see in the news this time? Oh my. They're saying that the press might be giving out partial food stamps. EBT. I guess that's for the food stamps and the cash aid, but I still ain't heard nobody complain about the cash aid. If the card don't work for the food, it must not be working for the cash, because I assume you would buy stuff with your cash, but I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I was checking out a few content creators' channels and found out from them that this partial half paid food stamp benefits, EBT snaps, they say they agreed to pay out half of what they owe. Now, the thing is, what I've heard and saw on these content creators' channels is that this could take weeks, months for folks to get their stuff. So I found it crazy because you shared some good news. Well, it should be good news because you're getting something, because if you don't get nothing, then hey, that's not the best. But if you're going to get a little bit of something. But the problem is, I guess, allegedly, is that it's going to take time because the states got to do their little figuring and dealing with each participant, well, recipient, how much they going to get, if it's half and all that. There's so many folks, especially out here in California, that they would have to determine, what this, that, and the other, who gonna get what. Because allegedly it's because they not trying to get these illegals any more benefits, welfare benefits, housing, all that stuff. That's the plan. So they probably allegedly, excuse me, probably have folks reapplying. And they're supposed to weed out the folks that's fraudulent and all that stuff. So if you got to reapply, and I already seen content creators share videos of folks saying that they had to go reapply. And they say you have to work and whatever else you have to maintain in order to get some welfare benefits. Now, some of these folks are so angry, and I've seen content creators sharing about these folks depending on the government to feed and house and clothe them and stuff. Now, when I was young, I was on the welfare, just as ignorant as I could be, because it was shocking to me to hear about, oh, you could get some money from here, and it was like, why? What for? What did I do to deserve, to get this cash aid and stuff? It was crazy. I was very young, very, very young. Shoot, I first heard about welfare way back in the 70s. guess it was the late 70s. But it was shocking to know about such a thing, because I sure didn't know. Mm-mm. My sister had informed me about that program, but nowadays, shoot, I assume a lot of folks have been on welfare, and it's to pick you up until you can get up on your feet. But some folks, they just use it for a lifetime, just like the Section 8. Folks stayed on there for a lifetime, generation after generation. Get you Section 8, get you some food stamps, get you this welfare, get that welfare. Boy. So now people been, how do you say it? People have been conditioned to believe that the government, some guys say that the government is the women's husbands, boyfriends, pimps, whatever you want to call it, because they take care of them on a regular. But now things have changed. Yes, drastically. And it is, what's the day is? What is today? Hold up. The 4th? It's probably the 4th, huh? 2025. This year is flying out. Now, they saying that the press is using funds from a source I believe they say they shouldn't be using, because then folks supposed to be getting half of some money this month, supposed to, because like I said, in some of these content creators, they saying it's taking weeks and months to set up this arrangement. It just don't get taken care of in a few minutes. They got to figure out what, who, why, and you get this, that, and the other. But anyway, folks saying also, okay, they worry about November. They're saying, okay, if you took that money from that source that they say they're not supposed to be taking it from, next month, if the government is not reopened, probably ain't gonna get nothing next month, because what source? They don't have a source to take it from. That's what they say. But this is what I'm hearing, from content creators on social media, on the web. This is just going on. Folks are at the food pantry. Food pantries running out of food, but some people are donating and handing out. I guess in the South, where they got big, huge vegetable land where they grow vegetables, and I seen some content where they had some folks sharing their vegetables, I guess from their farm and stuff, and helping folks and stuff. But as preppers on the internet, always telling folks, get prepared, stock up, start a pantry. Even though your first pantry is your kitchen cabinets, but adding a little extra, that's when it become your pantry. But folks, a lot of people didn't take heed. But now in this situation, what if you don't have this government assistance? Wow, it's millions of people dependent on government assistance. This is what's being said on these content creators channels, and it's just amazing. All of those, so many people are dependent on the government to provide for them. But things are now changed, and you got to provide for yourself now. Wow. I guess for now anyway. And I don't know if people are actually out there looting and stealing folks' groceries, because they got that AI thing going on. But anyway, let me tell you about these groceries I have up here. I got this cake mix from Walmart. That was 98 cents. I don't know if they still 98 cents. Now, people got different prices in different states, so it might be a different price where you are. I watched this lady's video on YouTube, and she was in, I think it was Sam's Club or something. They had somebody had purchased them a freeze dryer, and that baby was under $2,000. And the lady was saying this is a good one for under $2,000. because those things are expensive. And I know now, I don't know, that sale might be over with, but I can get my hands on one of those freeze dryers. Boy, I would love a freeze dryer. The things I could freeze dry. Oh yes, oh yes. But I would have to say, where would I put such a huge, noisy juice guzzling machine? It's good for a lot of things, but I guess it's better if you were making money. But anyway, let me get back to this haul. Okay, I got these from Walmart, 98 cents each, Betty Crocker. And on top of that, with my fetch, I earn cash back from the product and also from the fetch itself from shopping online with Walmart. Shoot, yeah. So that was a good thing. So yeah, I got the Betty Crocker Delights Super Moist Red Velvet Cake Mix. Sure did. Got 4 boxes, and you already seen, I shared, I got my yellow cake mix. So chocolate and yellow, the red velvet. I make my own frosting and icing and stuff like that, because that's where you need to invest in getting some powdered sugar, brown sugar, white sugar, but flavorings, little decor. It's just all you could do, you know. I don't know. This is and I'm not this is something I do on the regular. Y'all been watching my channel, know my channel. I always share my groceries. I sure do. So this is not me up here just doing something. I'm always sharing what I purchase and stock up and use to stock my pantry with. Yes, 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 yes. Now today, I'm supposed to be in here making my husband some oatmeal, raisin, walnut cookies. I want to surprise him when he get back from work, so he see, oh, I got some sweets. Oh yeah. But anyway, y'all, yeah, so these are the 13.25 ounce box. I told y'all that I bought them for 98 cents each. And this is part 1. Let me go to part 2. Or should I say part 3? Because I did a 1, 2, now this is 3. Let me go to part 4. Okay, back in a minute. Everything's coming up baking. I love to bake and cook for my family.